All defenses in some shape or form are trying to get the same result. You're trying to be gap sound, all those types of things that go into being a good defense. But we feel these are very critical points for us to be a very good defense. To excel, we must, number one, be accountable. You want each and every one of your 11 guys to be accountable for his specific job. Have gap control with proper alignments. Hopefully you'll see that when we do put the video on. Be fundamentally sound. I talked a little bit about that in the first part of this video series. We really preach the fundamentals here at Grandview, and we feel that fundamentals can take you a long way. Communicate, huddle calls, checks, coverages, blitzes, dogs. We do a lot of communication, not an abundant amount, but we do a handful of communication with some checks and things at the line of scrimmage based on a formation or a backfield set or whatever the case may be. Guys need to be able to communicate. The beauty part about our level is, we're not playing in front of 80,000, so it's a little bit better, or it's a little easier to make those communication calls throughout your, whether it be your front or your back end. Use movement to disrupt blocking schemes. That's probably one of the main reasons, at least against stopping the run, a good reason to switch to this defense, because I truly believe that's, for the most part, what it does. There's usually some kind of movement going on every play to help us get in a good position to make the play, as well as confuse those 5 guys on offense, the offensive line, trying to confuse them, especially if they're a zone blocking team, which a lot of teams are these days. It doesn't really matter even if you are a gap team. The power counter schemes, things like that. Movement can still mess with that type of scheme as well. But again, that's one of the number one reasons why this defense, in my opinion, can be successful. Be able to run zone dogs and man blitzes for pressure in run and pass situations. Bring in 5 guys, 5, 6 guys. We want to be effective. When we do that, and it may not necessarily result in a tackle for a loss or a sack, but it may speed something up. It may speed up a throw. It may panic a back, and whatever the case may be, I believe you do have to have some form of blitz within your defense, to put pressure on the offense. Give great effort when running to the football. Create turnovers. We always talk to our guys. If you run to the ball, good things will happen. And hopefully when we put on these clips that we have for all the pressures I'm going to talk about today, hopefully you see the kind of intensity and passion our kids play with, because we really try to get that point across to them day in and day out. Gang tackle, again, that goes hand in hand with running to the football. You want a bunch of guys at the point of attack, stripping the ball out, whatever the case may be, creating a big play for your defense and getting your offense back out on the field. And then the last thing, I'm from the school of thought where, I truly don't believe in scheming an opponent up, having the perfect call every time for each formation. I really want to get good at what we're doing, so we're able to react to what they're doing. And not necessarily, if they're in this set, this is what they're going to do, so let's slide our secondary or whatever the case may be. I feel if you just do your job a little bit better than they do theirs, you got a chance to be successful as a defense.